I think what I liked about the people segment that we're going to do is there are also questions in here that maybe we've discussed. I know we've discussed some of them a time or two, but we are predominantly a podcast that services not just people who've been in the hobby forever, but new people. So
we have a much newer audience.
We just don't always go over some of the newer questions, though. And so our first guy, Chris Smith, came off right off the bat with some good, solid new guy questions.
Let me paraphrase this because it's long. Okay. Chris Smith, only issue I have with you as a person, you wrote too many words. And I have crazy ADD today. He basically is saying, I've got a Griffey Jr. rookie card. It's a PSA 10. It's autographed, so it's just PSA DNA authenticated. What should I do? Always, if you can, send the card back in to have it dual graded, the auto and the card. Because if this comes back a 10-10, PSA 10 auto, PSA 10 card, much more valuable. Resale aside, I do that with all of my PC items anyways, because again, even cards where I'll look at you and say, hey, Jesse, this Brady is never leaving the nest.
Yep.
Something crazy happens in life and the Brady has to be sold off or whatever, we're selling cardboard. Like, I want my stuff in the most premium condition, grade, holder, whatever, to be able to move it. So I do think he asked to, is there a risk? Are they going to regrade it? In general, yes. Most companies, when you send a card back in for that, I would send it back in graded, send it in the holder, do not crack it out. I want this, and then just select the service you then want. But I would want this card dual graded, auto and card.
So I like his question, though, is it better to not know than to get a low auto grade?
Here's the other thing, too. You should be able to tell. Is the auto clear or there's streaks in it, smudges? Is it off the card? Does the pen run off?
Yeah.
If it runs off, I mean...
What's the lowest grade an auto can get?
I'm sure it's 1 through 10.
You think so? I literally don't think I've ever seen anything besides... I honestly am trying to think if I've seen a 9. I don't know.
You see enough of
those. But I mean,
I
know you would have to see something below a 10, because why else would there be a 10? But like a 1 on an auto grade, that just seems so foreign to me.
My Ted Williams Flawless Patch Auto is a 958.
An 8 on the auto.
Yeah, because it's an old school cut auto. The card is made around it, and it goes off, and it's kind of blurred out. It's an 8.
Man, that does make me... I would love to see a 1. All right, so that's question number 1. You want to do question number 2 as well?
Yeah, he asked, like, with cards you intend to sell, how do you determine what to grade? Again, good question now, because the grading landscape has entirely changed. So much so it even changes based on grading companies. Like right now, and again, we say this anyways, but just to be fully transparent, SGC is a big sponsor of the show. SGC is still currently running the $9 grade with Topps Chrome cards, 2023. There are so many cards I would grade for $9 that I would not grade for 18 or 20.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Even like let's just go dirt cheap, base Adley Rushman and Gunnar and Corbin Carroll stuff. I'm normally not grading those, but if I think it passes the eye test for me, where I think it's going to be a 10 is probably $25 to $30. Raw, those are a couple dollars. I'll spend the $9 and do it. It's worth it.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Especially when
so quick.
Well, I was going to say that's the other thing. Now, if I pull a $5,000 auto tomorrow, yes, I'm sending it to PSA. No question. We've never denied that. I understand how the game works. But I do think a lot of it comes down to what is the resale on the card. He references, though, he has a Michael Harris SP. The raw comps are $40 to $50. Absolutely. But it's never cut and dry, right? If I pull that card day one, let's say, for example, the value is probably more. Ultraviolet is an SP insert that comes out of Topps Chrome.
Yeah.
The first one of those might sell for $100 because it's first, it's brand new, it's great. If you can be the absolute first to market, you will almost always do better just selling it raw and cashing in right then. But that window is so minuscule that after that, I would rather be the first one to sell the graded copy.
Well, he makes the comment, and this is a comment that you see more with other grading companies too. And this did not start out as an SGC plug, but it just makes sense in this case.
Plug away, Jesse
It
boy.
just says, he says, sell now raw while there's lots of hype, as opposed to getting it graded. That is to imply like you could not get it back in time while the hype is still going, which would be the case with most grading companies. I think in this case, you can have your cake and eat it too.
Realistically, PSA, if I send a Volpe card there today, I'm not getting it back before the end of the season.
Here's the thing that does stink. I wasn't planning on doing this now, but I think we do just need to segue that into the giveaway since we were going to mention it later anyway. So Grand Slam is who we work with for group submissions for anything SGC related. We're going to do a giveaway for anybody who uses his SGC grading service between now, this is August 17th, and the end of the month.
2023.
Of the year of our Lord, 2023. Anybody who uses it, basically over the next 2 weeks, you will be submitted if you post on Facebook. We're going to make a post. We just need a screenshot of the form that you submit to him that just says that you're grading SGC. It doesn't matter how many cards. If you win, we're going to give you 25 free grades. So,
we'll do this on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere. We can make like a post everywhere, right?
We'll continue to mention it throughout the next couple of weeks, but there you go. We were just going to do a freebie giveaway. If you're already bulk submitting $18 a card through him, there you go.
Boom, roasted. Okay.
All right. Next question up is Brian Duransky. How much do you think Bowman Draft will be pre-selling for? And then he says, Tom Brady. I don't know what those letters.
So the Brady, you know what the letters stand for.
I don't
so the
know.
Brady card is going to be in there. That first draft card, like they're doing with everybody, the first prospect. We saw some pictures released. We actually didn't talk about this. It got released Monday, but after we had finished recording, Bowman Chrome comes out. See, I'm Billy Bean here. When I snap you,
I know what you mean.
Jonah Hill. I want you to check up 2023 Bowman Chrome. I think it's September 16th. Either way, they just released pictures where they have a Roberto Clemente, and it has the first symbol on it. Now, Roberto Clemente obviously not signing anymore. See, there's my joke. We hit the button for the joke. Do the. Did you just hit stop recording or anything? Are we still recording? Because your whole board lit up and it made no
recording.
noise.
Here's the problem. When you hit a button on the board,
Hit it again, dude. I want something.
big picture.
I'm back to where I was pre-show. Just everything. They released pictures. They're going to go like some throwback guys, people who never had Bowman first cards. So people like Tony Gwynn, even in the 80s, all the way back to the 50s and 60s, Clemente, Hank Aaron, all these guys will have it. There's a little bit of buzz around that in Bowman Chrome. I think we're going to see major buzz around that in Bowman Draft because we're going to see the first autos of a lot of these guys. So they released the image. Tom Brady was drafted, I believe, as a catcher for the Expos back in the day. He will have autographs on that card. Just to give you an idea of price, though. Okay, so Bowman Chrome, they just did the pre-sale on the Topps website. For hobby cases, it was $269 a box times 12, which is, Jesse, go, Rain Man.
Stop it.
You never know. I'd like to give you the Hoff. That's $32.28. HTA, which is just the 3 autograph cards, nothing else with it, was $329 times 12, $39.50. I'm going to say Draft is coming out $4,500 range. For sure. Draft always comes out much more expensive than Chrome. It's always a more sought-after product, at least at the time of release. Chrome will always catch up. But to Duransky's question, what do we think it's going to come out at? I think you're probably looking at $4,500-ish.
To 5,000.
Yeah, because you've got Jumbo and Super Jumbo with Draft. I'm going to say like 42 and 48, something like that.
I bet
it's
going to
be
higher
expensive
end with the Tom Brady.
Even without, though, it's got like that's the thing. It's that anyways.
But it's just there's always going to be like somebody who's going to make the product more fascinating and draw more eyes. But this is even a step above. I feel like
I'm very curious.
Going to have something like that.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I am very curious too about this Bowman Chrome set. I haven't heard anything about it yet in terms of rookies. Ethan Salas, I believe, is going to be one of the bigger chases. I'm pretty sure he's a Padre. He'll have his first auto. That'll be a big chase.
Okay.
I don't know who else. Bowman Chrome is always. Bowman Chrome, though, is interesting, man. There's a lot of hit and miss with Chrome. Like 50-50, that product is either great or just like garb. Like 2022 Chrome, very average. 2021 is trash. Yeah, Chrome is interesting to me. So I don't love it at that price. HTA at $39.50. But yeah, at his point, Draft's going to be super expensive, no question.
When does Draft come out? Did we ever establish
December,
that?
late December.
Or something?
Yeah, that's why you won't see it on there yet.
Yep. Okay.